Hi there, this is Graham Nicholls from Affinity Gospel Churches in Partnership based in the UK, and it's 30th January 2026. As you know, because you're watching this, I try and comment on video on a few issues of the week, and also across the Affinity network, we try and have comments on social media on some issues and other publications and conferences that we convene. Do you know what? It's not that easy to decide sometimes when to speak up and when to remain silent, because on many opinions, we might have a legitimate Christian opinion. Have I spoken enough about abortion, or about the environment, or about politics, left and right, or about liberal churches, or caring for the poor, or borders, or identity, or racism, or some other topic that I haven't thought about? Sometimes the list is endless and pretty daunting, and we worry that we might have become unbalanced or we might have missed something out entirely that we really should be speaking about, and that our failure has somehow had some terrible impact on the church or on the world in which we live or has caused some kind of harm. I think we need to remember some foundational principles. One is that God has gifted his church with different abilities across the church. And also, he's put us in a particular place with a particular set of skills, but also a set of experiences and knowledge of situations. So, with that in mind, we have to accept that we can't comment on everything. And no one should expect us to, and we shouldn't expect other people to comment on everything. It depends a lot on proximity. How close are you to the situation? How much you know about the situation? How useful would that comment be? To recognize that God has placed some of us with particular knowledge that we can share and usefully use, but some of us are not quite sure about the rightness and the wrongness of this situation or that. We might not have been able to give our attention to it yet. And we trust in God's sovereign care in equipping his church and placing us where he wants us. Having said that, it is good to check whether we might have got into a bit of a rut and become kind of stuck in that we always comment on the same issues. But also to be gracious and to be generous on critiquing others for either their comment or their lack of comment. It's a humility which is in a wonderful degree expressed in the way Jehoshaphat ends his prayer in 2 Chronicles 20. It's in verse 12. And he says, "We do not know what to do, but we look to you." We don't need to worry endlessly about whether we have or haven't commented on some particular issue. We need to work hard and we need to look to God to bless our work, but also accept his sovereign choices in where we are and what we know and what we're able to say, and trust that he will achieve his good purposes with us and very often without us. God bless you.